Beautiful day today, isn't it, Mike?
It certainly is, Joe. Where are we going today? What are we doing?
Yeah, so we're heading out to Uncle Tony, Tony Howe, graphic design artist in Sydney, probably one of the best. And he actually rebranded the Rabbitohs, the Sydney Rabbitohs, believe it or not. So we're going to have a look at more infographics for our company and how we can best, showcase what we do in the process that we provide our clients.
Why are you suggesting to people real estate rather than things like Bitcoin and stocks?
Bitcoin, it's such a big word now. It's the go-to thing.
Does anyone actually know what it is? Most of the people.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, look, me personally, I've invested in it because I believe in the technologies and everything behind it. Is it going to be a safe investment? To put it quite frank, probably not. It's one of those things where it's highly volatile. It's very similar to stocks in the sense of how it goes up and down. It's very people driven, so that's why you see the spike in increase of the cost, and then it drops and so on and so forth. So for me, I always like to be safe, but at the same time take massive risk, because without risk you can't really create success or financial freedom for your future or for yourself. And for your family in that case too. So for me, that's why I always look at real estate as the best option, because you can't lose. And why I say that very confidently is because if you invest a very smart way, you invest with a team of experts behind you, you got nothing to lose, because you're always going to be investing very, very strategically.
Right, but when you say can't lose, you mean you lower the probabilities if you do it properly, don't you?
Oh, look, absolutely. I mean, there's always a level of risk involved in investing in anything, but we mitigate as much as possible. Oh, me personally anyway, I'll talk about myself here. I try to mitigate as much risk as possible to ensure that my investment's going to perform, my investment's going to be safe. I'm not going to be financially stretched to, hold on to a specific property or properties. And, I've got the right team behind me, so I can't lose. Also, in property, very, very rare do you see a property go down. The only reason why you will lose in property is because you've overstretched yourself financially, and, you haven't put the processes in place or the system in place for your investment, and, sometimes you can come unstuck. And very, very, I can best put it this way, is that you invest in a market that's peaking and you see it stagnate for a while, or there's a spike in interest rates or something like that. That's where you're going to come unstuck, where you've got to be forced to sell. That's probably the best tip I can or the best example.
What do you like shares?
I'm not going to say yes, but I'm not going to say no. I haven't really...
Yeah, but you laughed. So.
I haven't dived right into it. I've heard a lot of scary stories, and as a person that's an investor myself, I'd like to think that one day I will be invested in shares, but at the moment I'm sort of staying away from it now. Sort of standing clear.
Yep. Why should people hire someone like you and Ample Property Solutions to help them invest? And why can't they just go it on their own?
Look, what I will say is that yes, go out there by all means and do it by yourself. If you have the time to go and do all the research, if you have the knowledge about locations and what to look for in a property, by all means, you can do it on your own. However, if you're a type of person that hasn't got the time, if you're the type of person that understands how powerful leverage is, and once you maximize your leverages, how beneficial it is to you and your investments, if you understand that you haven't got the right knowledge or the right team or the right backing for you to do so, then 100% go seek out experts that are in the field. I mean, we're all experts in one way or another in our own specific roles and fields in what we play in this game called life. I always believe that if you can leverage, you're leveraging above and beyond everybody else, and you're more at risk when you're doing it by yourself. So 100%, I would always be looking to seek expert advice and people that are actually practicing what they're preaching.